Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got something absolutely fascinating on the docket today. Honestly, if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by managing your own money, and let's be real, who hasn't, you are definitely going to want to pay close attention to this one. Today, we're diving deep into Wexa AI. It's an autonomous financial intelligence platform designed by lead architect Yash Chobe. It was actually built specifically for the X-Prize Gemini hackathon, and it is pretty much entirely reimagining how we interact with our own financial data. So let's just get right into it.
I want you to think about that for a second. What if your financial health was literally as easy to read as a traffic light? We all know the reality of personal finance, right? Usually, we just kind of expect our finance apps to be this huge wall of frustrating corporate jargon, endless spreadsheets, and these super confusing charts that make you feel like you need a degree from Wall Street just to figure out if you can afford to grab takeout for dinner. But what if we completely flipped that narrative? What if checking your finances was instant, colorful, and just impossible to misunderstand?
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for the explainer today. We're going to start by looking at the broken finance problem, then introduce this concept called the 5-year-old rule. Check out the Wexa tech stack, explore their 4 core AI modules, and then wrap the whole thing up with security and upgrades. Starting off with Section 1, the broken finance problem. Historically speaking, traditional financial platforms are kind of fundamentally broken. They are just bogged down by incredibly complex corporate jargon, or even worse, they hide all the really useful features behind these high-friction paywalls. It's exhausting, honestly. Well, the solution Yash Chobe envisioned with Wexa AI was super ambitious, but actually really simple. Eliminate that friction entirely. Replace the dense jargon with intuitive signals. Swap out those confusing dashboards for instant status badges. Ultimately, just make understanding your money completely effortless. And that deep desire to just strip away all the friction brings us to Section 2, the 5-year-old rule. So what is this exactly? The 5-year-old rule is all about translating super complex financial metrics into intuitive visual signals, so literally anyone can assess their financial health in a matter of seconds. And this isn't just some quirky design aesthetic either. This is absolutely crucial. It's the core directive driving every single piece of code and every user interface decision inside Wexa AI. The philosophy is simple. If you can't instantly understand what the app is telling you with a quick glance, the design failed. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how that rule translates into reality through traffic light status batches. Green means operational, you're good to go. Yellow is a warning, like, hey, maybe you're getting a bit too close to your budget limit this month. And red means critical, something needs your immediate attention. It literally takes high-level financial metrics, market fluctuations, and security audits and boils them all down to colors we've universally understood since we were kids. It instantly communicates exactly where you stand without a single drop of jargon. Of course, visual simplicity like that requires some serious firepower running underneath. Let's look at Section 3. The Wexa tech stack. So, under the hood, the core front-end infrastructure is relying on React, Vite, and Tailwind CSS, and it's totally optimized for a zero-latency dark mode aesthetic. That means the app feels incredibly fast, super responsive, and yet it's really easy on the eyes. But the real magic here, that's the brain of the platform, the multimodal AI core. Wexa AI is driven by Google Gemini 3.1 Pro and Gemini Vision OCR. This is some heavy-hitting artificial intelligence, capable of intelligent document scanning and conversational assistance right out of the box. But wait, it doesn't stop there. The platform also incorporates this totally immersive 3D visual engine. By leveraging Three.js and React 3 components, Wexa AI takes traditionally dry, boring data, like market charts and data visualizers, and renders them into fully interactive 3D elements. You aren't just staring at flat numbers on a screen anymore. You are actively exploring your financial landscape. It's kind of like a video game for your wallet. So, how do you actually interact with all this advanced capability? Well, that brings us to Section 4, the 4 core AI modules. Wexa AI basically structures its entire workflow into 4 primary navigation modules to keep things as usable as possible. First up, we've got magic tools. You take a photo of an invoice or a receipt, and the Gemini Vision OCR instantly parses the image, categorizes the expense, and get this, it even detects hidden fees. Second is Market Weather, which streams real-time stock data directly from global exchanges using the 12 Data API. Third, there's My Piggy Bank, functioning as your personal AI wealth planner. You just plug in your income and recurring bills, and the AI spits out dynamic, real-time allocation advice. And fourth, Company and Audits, which lets you monitor security logs and export all this amazing data into structured CSV or printable formats with literally a single click. Every single module serves a very distinct, vital need. And this brilliantly illustrates the level of architectural foresight involved in this project. When you connect to global stock exchanges, you constantly risk hitting API rate limits, which is basically the system crashing because way too many people are asking for data at the exact same time. To prevent those pesky HTTP 429 errors, Yash architected a custom 60-second local memory cache paired with fallback data states. So what does that actually mean for you? It means even if the whole world is checking stock prices at the exact same moment, your live stock data is never going to freeze. It ensures uninterrupted rendering even under massive traffic spikes. Moving into our final stretch, Section 5, Security and Seamless Upgrades. Now, if you want to upgrade, Wexa AI features an incredibly smooth tier migration flow. Gone are those clunky legacy third-party monetization hooks that take forever to load. It's just a clean 3-step process. Step 1, you request the Pro upgrade, which runs just $9 a month. Step 2, the system uses a native Instamojo API backend integration to create a highly secure signature handshake using specific API keys and tokens. And Step 3, the second your payment completes, the app state updates instantly, unlocking unlimited AI scans and advanced analytics. Super safe and completely seamless.
So, where does the project stand today? Well, Wexa AI currently has a live deployment hosted on Vercel, and as you can see, it was officially submitted via DevPost for the X Prize Gemini Hackathon. It is a live, fully functional testament to this entirely new approach to financial software.
You know, the ultimate vision for Wexa AI from the very beginning was always simple: eliminate the friction entirely. Whether it's swapping out those confusing spreadsheets for traffic light colors, using AI to instantly read a crumpled up receipt from your pocket, or keeping the app lightning fast with a custom data cache, every single element was purpose-built to tear down the barriers between you and your financial understanding. Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. If AI can take something as historically stressful and complicated as personal finance and make it as simple as a red or green traffic light, what other complex areas of your life could a 5-year-old rule transform next? Could we do this for healthcare, legal documents, maybe education? The possibilities for AI to remove the friction from our daily lives are truly limitless. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this deep dive into Wexa AI, and hey, keep looking for those intuitive signals out there.